Let's go, it's the Whitey Show. Whitey Show. Whitey Show. Whitey Show. Whitey Show.
Which one, old man, that ain't got time? Shake your head. Get that side check. Put it in pockets like it's back. Going downtown.
So Mafia 3 is a game that possibly nobody in the world asks for, because nobody really enjoyed Mafia to the extent of making it a huge fan base. However, there is Mafia 1 and Mafia 2, so of course after that comes 3. And this time we do a little twist. We have it that the story is taking place a black protagonist who is basically in the mafia of sorts, or basically just ruins the entire mafia in the end. So this story is all about revenge and getting back at the fucking mafia who has ruined this character Lincoln's life. And is it good though? That's the thing. Like, we have this story that seems captivating, but is the gameplay good? Because that was the major issue with 2. Let's get right to it.
Which one, old man, that ain't got time? Shake your head. Get that side check. Put it in pockets like it's back. Going downtown.
The positives right off the bat are definitely the story. The story is gripping, it's well told, it feels mature, it's a different way of doing a story too. It's going through interviews and also giving us real life effect of actually what's happening. So say, for instance, you're doing a robbery at the bank, then you get the story of it through an interview as well, making it much more real, giving you that cinematic feel, almost like True Detective in a way. And I really enjoyed that part of it. I thought the presentation of the story was really well done, and the story itself was pretty gripping with actual characters that you care for, which is something very odd to me, because I usually don't care about the majority of characters. In this, when something happens or a betrayal, I actually felt horrible about it. Also, I enjoy the city look. This is a very different feel than Mafia, well, at least to me, Mafia 2. This is kind of like grimy, almost beautiful world. It's like a mixture of the two, and it's very hard to really capture that feel, and they did it so well here. I also really enjoyed, one of the best things is the graphics in terms of presentation. Besides the world, the characters all feel human-like. No one feels like, everybody feels disproportionate, and I like that, because in real life, a lot of people don't look alike, and I really enjoyed the fact that everybody has their own distinct look, and it's very well done in that sense. And that's kind of where all the good stops for me. Mafia has some severe problems. The gameplay is in the teeter of good or bad. It is not horrible, it's just okay. The gun mechanics feel outdated right when you start playing. You have this heavy build of a character, so you feel sluggish, or just not as perfect as you expect from a third-person game anymore. Also, I just think the driving isn't that great either. It's not horrible, but every time you go to a short break or turn, it just feels really, really floaty is the best way to say it. Or, on the flip side, too heavy and you can't stop in time, even though you're hitting the brakes way ahead of time. I know each car is supposed to feel different, but I just didn't really feel the car gameplay in this. Also, another negative is there's no fast travel, so it's a lot of driving. And that would be okay if the world was filled with stuff to do, but the world isn't filled with stuff to do, and the stuff you can do in the world gets very repetitive. Kill this person, kill that person, steal this, destroy this. It's just over and over and over again. It never really spices up the gameplay. Even in the main story missions, you're basically doing what the side missions are. And in this game, you can't really continue the main story without doing the side missions. And that's just not a good temperament for a type of game that is giving you a really well-told story, but you have to do all this bullshit to actually get to it. It's something that a lot of people won't put up with, at least not me. So this game carries a lot of great elements of storytelling and visual look of the city. But on the flip side, the actual gameplay isn't all that great. But the worst part about it is the frame rate issues and bugs. This game has severe frame rate issues, and you totally see it in the first few hours of the game. It stutters. It feels like it just can't keep up with what it's trying to present. And on the flip side of adding even more of that, there are game-breaking glitches, or the game just crashes, which is one of the most annoying things when you're in the middle of a mission, you're driving, it freezes, and then the game literally crashes and goes back onto the dashboard. That is very, very annoying, and it's not something I would expect in 2016, but unfortunately, we are...
Which one, old man, that ain't got time? Shake your head. Get that side check. Put it in pockets like it's back. Going downtown.
Listen, I want to recommend Mafia 3 because I think the story is well worth your time to get invested in. However, the gameplay is just a huge drawback for the entire time you're playing, and that's not a good thing. It's not that it's so bad it's unplayable. Don't get me wrong. It can be fun, and I did have fun with the gameplay at times, but by the 15th, 16th hour of this game, I was really feeling the repetitiveness, just kicking the high gear and doing all these side missions just to get the story, which is obviously the best part of this game, is just really aggravating. So as the game stands, it is honestly about a 6 out of 10. It is okay at best, and that's not good enough because the story, if I had to just rate the story, is 8.59. It's engaging, it's well told, it's for mature audience, and then we get the actual gameplay, which is just outdated and not well structured. So saying that, it's a 6 out of 10 for Mafia 3 for me. Is it worth playing? Yes. Is it worth buying at full price? No. I would advise checking this game out, renting it, or picking it up when it's cheaper. The story alone is worth going through, but the gameplay itself needs some severe fixing and changes.
Lash out, riot, because that's all they had left. All the while, Lincoln's in the other room, barely clinging to life.